Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna be talking about one way on how to avoid getting hacked. First of all, I'm gonna be showing an email some YouTubers got on their email address. Okay, as you look in your top left corner, you see the sender that sent them this email says YT support, and then it's supposed to mean like YouTube support, right? Well, look what the email address says. It says YouTube dash sup at mail.ru. Okay, look at that very carefully. As you can see, YouTube will never ever send you an email ending it at mail.ru. Never. Any commercial email address that you get will say the YouTube name, for example, like at youtube.com. Look at this email I got on my email address. Look at it very carefully. It says no reply at youtube.com. That's how it's supposed to end up if it's coming from YouTube. It will always end up in at youtube.com. If you ever get an email saying that it's from YouTube, it has to end up with at youtube.com. For example, look at this Uber Eats email address that I got. It says no reply at uber.com. Any commercial email address, email that you get on your mail, it will always end up with the company's name. For example, Samsung. Look, it will always end up with at samsung.com, anything similar to that. Like, for example, this one says Samsung at innovations.samsungusa.com. It will never end up with at gmail.com. If you ever get an email that ends up with at gmail.com, but they're saying that it's coming from Pizza Hut, that's not a real email. That's like fake email. Okay? Any commercial email, it will always end up with the logo's name. For example, like Pizza Hut, it will always end up with at orders.pizza.com, something like that. Like Six Flags. Look at this Six Flags email that I got. It says at newsletter. Sixflags.com. And that's how you can get easily hacked, because when you get those email that ends up with at gmail.com and they tell you like to log in through that email that you have just gotten, and you log in, you put your username in there, and then you put your password in there, you're giving the hackers your username and your password to that email that you just got. That's how these YouTubers got hacked, because they really believed that mail was coming from YouTube. But there's no way they can fool me now anymore. Last time I got an email on my email address saying that it was from Apple and that I had just won like a gift card. But in order for me to claim my gift card, I had to put my username and my password from Apple. But then I looked very carefully at the email address where they were sending me that email, and it started saying with Apple. The first word say Apple, but then it say at gmail.com. Then that definitely, you can realize that way that is totally fake. Because if it was from Apple, if it was like coming straight from Apple, it would end up with at apple.com or something like that, but it will never end up with at gmail.com. Once again, look at this email. It says at youtube.com. If it's coming from YouTube, it have to end up with at youtube.com. It will never end up with at gmail.com. Anyways, guys, I hope you understood this way how to avoid getting hacked. Look at this, at uber.com. If it's coming from Uber, it has to end up with at uber.com. Not for saying at gmail.com. From Samsung, once again, it must end up with at Samsung, or at innovations.samsung.usa.com. It will never end up with at gmail.com or at Google or at Yahoo or at mail.ru. That is totally fake and it's a scam. Do not reply back to those emails if it's not ending up with the company's name. Like, look at this one last time, at orders.pizzahut.com. Alright, so if it said at mail.ru.com, that is totally fake. Anyway, guys, hope you understood this short thing that I just gave you, like advice. Look at this, at newsletter.us. Yeah, like Six Flags. That's coming from Six Flags.